Hey everybody, happy rainy Sunday here in California at least. I just got back. I was running some errands. I had to get something for my what I'm going to talk about right now. So I'm back, and luckily it wasn't raining until I got back. Like I got out of the car, and then my house started. But I had my umbrella and everything ready, so I was good. But anyway, so also, I have a little mini haul, but I didn't want to show the haul that much because it's just mostly it's like food for the next few days or whatever. And um, what else? There's a few things I needed, but um, the main thing that is going on is the past like maybe a few days I've had like one of my hydra flare ups, and if you're not familiar with it's called, I wrote it down. I don't know how to pronounce it, so don't like don't judge me here. But it's called hydra denitis suppurativa. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the people who we have it, we mostly call it HS or hydra. I usually call it hydra. Um, Even like as far as like when I got my knee surgery, the anesthesiologist that came in was like, when he asked like, have you ever had any other procedures like surgeries or anything? When I told him under the arm, he knew. He was like, oh, hydra. Like he just knew, because they know what that is in that community, I guess. So like, and it's basically just the kind of Cliff Notes version is it's a chronic skin condition featuring lumps in the groin or pits area, armpits. And the skin lesions develop as a result of inflammation and infection of the sweat glands. So it's something with the sweat glands. It's like kind of off. And there's groups about it on Facebook. I'm in a few of them. Some people have mild version. Some people have like extreme, where they have like scars all over their body. I have scars under my armpits because I had the procedure to get like the first ones removed or drained or whatever it was. But what happened was like years ago, I had like these two like huge golf ball size like bumps under my arms, and um, when I went to what was that? I went to Kaiser, and like the this was like back in the early 2000s. I went to Kaiser, and the doctor was like, "How long has it been like that?" And I was like, "I don't know, a couple of weeks or whatever." He's like, "No, those have been there." Like he just, he was like, basically like, "Don't play with me. Those have been there." And I was just like, "I don't know. It's been there for a while." Yeah, it's like because they had kind of, were growing more and more. And he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna send you down to the ER because they need to be drained." And when I got to the ER, they ran some tests, and um, they were like, "We can't do it now because they're not ready to be cut or something like that." Like, because what I learned later over the years since is that they have to be in a certain like position, like not position. They got to be in a certain like at a certain state before they can do the incision. Like they have to be soft. Like, you know how with pimples, like once they get towards the point where they're bust on your face, like they're pussy, they're kind of like more big, but the skin's real thin. That they have to get like that. And so they referred me to the little one of the surgeons there, and I came back, and they gave me like a local anesthetic, and he had to cut into the area and just push and drain it and drain it and drain it and drain it. And then it was a lot because like they were deep in there, and he was telling me before the procedure, like at the appointment, he told me like what it was and everything. He told me and my mom what it was, and he was like, so then that wasn't even the worst part. Okay, so once the anesthesia wore off, it was like, oh my god. But anyway, after that, you have to go back, like I think every day for a few days, and get gauze pushed in to the opening, because once he does the incision, these are like open, um, like wounds now. So you have to put gauze pushed deep in there, packed in, so that the area doesn't reseal and like form another one, because it's not, you're not out of the woods yet when he does that. When they do the incision, like they still gotta make sure all the stuff's out, so it's like drainage for days. And then they teach someone, whoever you're living with, to do it, so they can do it, so you don't have to come there. And I would never forget when I had to go there, and like the nurses were, I was just squirming. The nurses was like, "We know, honey, we know it hurts," but I was like, "No," like it was just hurting so bad because it was so tender down there. They were pushing it in. It was just like, dude, I never want to go through that again. And like I had a friend, a guy friend, who he had to do that like a few years ago, but his was like near the groin area, and he was just describing it. I was like, oh my god, I just mentally went back to that, you know, because that was worse than the actual procedure. Like the part after when they're packing the wound, and then after a while, like I think a week or two or whatever, it's, you don't have to do it anymore. The wound starts to heal and stuff, but you gotta kind of look out for more form. Luckily for me, I don't have it, an extreme case of it, so I don't get it all the time. I don't like have to deal with it a lot, but like I'm not sure what's going on now. Like this past week, one was brewing up on this arm, and then in draining, and then this when I was in the shower, and I felt like, you know, there's, you could tell, you know, we just know when we, the people who have it, we know when it's there and everything. And I remember years ago, me and my friend Leah, she was like, we were trying to say, well, maybe it's like something with what I'm eating, like spicy or whatever, because it might trigger it. Because you know how they said on the definition, they go like inflammation. You know, inflammation like starts internal and stuff. So like, I don't know. I still don't know what causes it with me, because they ruled out diabetes. They ruled out all these things. Now, recently, I don't know, because it's been like maybe a year since I did a physical and stuff, so I don't know if diabetes could be doing it now. I don't know. Hopefully not. Cross your fingers for me, guys. I hope it's not that. But that is a thing that causes it. A lot of people who have it do have that, and also a lot of women who have it have PCOS, like which I have. So that they're connected, you know, in a way. So anyway, I want to show you my home remedy, what I do for it. The reason I say home remedies is because, like I told you when I first ever went years ago, they can't really do anything for you until the boils are like in that extreme state where they're about to bust anyway. They can be hard and they'll keep growing. You're going through all this pain. You're walking stiff. Like what's the guy on that show, the Monsters or whatever? They can't do anything about it at that point. They give you antibiotics to kind of speed it up, and tell you to do the hot compresses. They just tell you what to do in that situation. Now you do go to the doctor, the ER, when it's like under your chest, which one year I had it went under there, and it was huge. It was like right between here, and I actually got a fever with that one, and so it's dangerous when it's in that area because it's like the heart's kind of up in there and all that. So like, yeah, like I usually don't get in any other area except here. Recently in the past few months, I had a few under there, which I talked about before, but that's like not common, and I really hate the ones, like, not to be TMI, but I really hate the ones under the boob area because you can't really like give them the air they need, because unless you're just like nude beach status and just laying there, like, you know. So that one finally healed, but anyway, I'm gonna show you what I kind of do to speed up everything, what's worked like for me, that helps me. If it gets too extreme, then I go to I will go to like the doctor or something, but I haven't had to really do that in years, just because it's like they tell you what to do at home, you know. There's things you find out, you read up on the internet, the doctors will tell you. Obviously, they're not gonna just be like, "Oh, do this. Don't come to us and pay us." They're not gonna do that. They kind of probably want you to come there and get antibiotics, but I'm not a big fan of doing that because I hate the whole duration of antibiotics thing. With this condition, it's so like it happens where you would be on it all the time if you're one of those people who have an extreme case of it. And the last dermatologist I went to, it was funny, you guys, because I went and he was just saying, you know, basically what we do with this is we treat it as it happens. You know, there's nothing we can really do to stop what's happening, but You know, we give you there's gels and creams they can give and all that to help it at bay, keep it at bay. But it's not like something more. Okay, so just take this pill. They can give you certain things like something called clindamycin cream and things like that. I've had everything basically because when I have a flare up, I would just go in panic mode and go to the doctor. But like now, I don't do that because I just know to do. And so what I do is right now I have the measuring spoons because I'm gonna need this. I already talked about this in another video. My little tonic that I make. Unfortunately, I don't know where any of that stuff is, so I had to go to Trader Joe's last night and get some. Where is that? One of the things is missing. Okay, so something my mom's doctor recommended for things like this is turmeric, organic turmeric. It doesn't matter if it's organic. I just get organic. This was at Trader Joe's, so you know I just got this, and they're all the same price anyway. Over there. Okay, so this you need pepper, black pepper, because black pepper does something to the turmeric to make it more. I don't want to say potent, but it helps it, work better. And then cinnamon. I forgot why cinnamon, but I know cinnamon has some kind of benefit with insulin and all that. So I forgot why. I'm rusty on the reasons, but and so you just take a teaspoon of turmeric and I think a quarter teaspoon of the pepper and then the cinnamon. I forgot. I gotta look it up. Okay, and so I also want to say I have been using this. It somewhat worked. I'm not really sure. It works for like minor situations, but I don't know if it's working right now on these. These aren't giant ones, but when you have a little tiny one, or when I had one like under here, it kind of did it like in a day or two. It was busting it and stuff, and these are already draining over here, so it might be somewhat helping. But this is a popular item in the hydra community. It's a drying salve, and they have it at Walmart. It's working, but it's not like the greatest thing. So while I Walmart earlier, I got a few other things that in the group that we talk about that we use. Some people even use bleach. Now I don't use bleach because I don't have them all over. I'm not knocking the way he's doing that. They obviously got like permission and stuff from the doctors saying what's safe, what's not. I don't need to do that because I don't have them all over. I always get them kind of in areas where it's like upper body or like at the most. I've had them down there, but it wasn't like where I need to sit and bleach. So I do the other recommendation they have, which I'm gonna try tonight because the salve is kind of working, but I don't know. It was kind of weird last night, because everyone knows the one unfortunate side effect of having this is the odor it permits, or I don't know the word. The odor. What is wrong with my thing? I hope you guys can still hear me. For some reason, my Bluetooth just like went up. Okay, the odor that happens because the drainage. Because what's happening is what's draining is pus. So that has a smell to it, obviously, and then it's in your like groin or your armpit area, which has either hair or it has like the gland. So that's gonna have an odor. So that's what a lot of us kind of were like, okay, to cover the odor. Because even if you go to the doctor, they can't give you anything for that. What they say is they use That's another thing. I don't have it with me, guys. It's called hidra. Oh, it's right there. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's this. Because I used it in the shower. They use this at hospitals and stuff to wash their hands before surgery and everything. This is something they recommend in the group. I'm not too sure about this. Now, I've used it. I don't know if it's helped or not. It maybe has. I don't know. I don't use it a lot. I usually use this type of soap, this brand soap. The any one of them, because they all have the same amount, but the Dial antibacterial soap. And I use that all the time just because of the antibacterial. Now, unfortunately, the body washes, like everyone knows about the spring water, that's a good scent. All that. Everyone knows body washes. Something happened with the law like a year or two ago that they couldn't put it's it was called I don't know how to pronounce it, triclocarbon, which was an antibacterial thing, and they had to take it out of the body washes and stuff. Unless I forgot what the reason why, but so a lot of people were mad because we used it for that reason. You know, now we can only use like the bar soaps and all that of Dial, because Dial still has they have the same stuff in it that like the wet ones and a lot of the soaps we're seeing now with the washing our hands and all that they put in that. So they still have the bar soaps are still antibacterial, but the washes aren't, which really sucks because the spring water was a good one. But yeah, so this is a popular one in the community, but I'm not so sure. But I also today I used black soap mixed with it because I wanted to see if, because black soap does help with skin issues, so I used that too. And I'm noticing that it's feeling a bit better today. I don't know if that's placebo effect or what, but so I'm gonna just use my black soap, the Dial, and some of this, and just see if all three of them work to help push the feeling. But in the meantime, when I'm not in the shower, like in the group, they tell you to use it's called Vicks Vapor Rub. For some reason, I think because the smell can block things like the menthol and all that. And then also because it might have other things in it. It has other things in it that I guess maybe could help maybe bust it. I don't know. Usually it's the hot compresses or the heating pad or whatever that helps bust it. But I don't know. But they say to cover the smell. So I got Vapor Rub, vaporizing rub at Walmart because they were out of the name brand. I wouldn't even get that anyway because it's the same thing. So vaporizing rub, I'm gonna put that on in a minute. And also because this is a topical, it's kind of like a Bengay type thing too. So maybe that's why, because they're like it does something to the skin and might help bust it. I'm not sure. Some people were kind of getting into it though in the group because they were like, I'm not putting Bengay on my arms and stuff like that. But Bengay, or not Bengay, Vapor Rub there, because it's like, I don't know, they don't want to do it, but people swear by it. I've done it before. I think it does work, or help. So, and then this is another just version of Vapor Rub that was cheap though. So I'm gonna see. I also got have this Manuka Honey wound care that I was using. I talked about this in a video a few months ago. So this is just for once everything I feel is drained and everything. I'm gonna put this on just to help the wounds heal. So and then these are just to put under my arms because the oils and like the thing. I keep wanting to call this Bengay. I don't know why. The oils in the what's the stuff called in the vaporizing rub just makes steam clothes and stuff. I don't have like a lot of black clothes shirts, so I don't want things to have like oil stains underneath. So just in case. And the Prid, that's the thing about this. This stuff stings too. So, but anyway, guys. So that's and these are antibacterial too. So that may help while it's covering the wound. So I'm hoping this just passes along really quick. And I'm gonna drink my little tonic soon, my tumeric thing. Oh my god, my foot fell asleep. So I'm gonna put some in my haul because, you know, like I said, it's just a few things I needed. This is my junk bag. I got these for I've been wanting to make tostadas, refried beans, cheese, taco sauce. I just haven't, you know, nobody done it. Okay, that's a junk. Crackers. I got more crackers because I was gonna eat my double ham with these. I got some saltines, and I got 2 bottles of jars of these because they were cheap and they had a lot of them. So I guess the hoarding kind of calmed down at Walmart for certain things. On this, gotta get my diet vitamin C. Shot 50. I got this chili with meat, no beans, hot. I got this for the tostadas. This, I don't know why, but someone I knew, he always told me he used this pen. He would use this pen. So I just really like the best hot sauce. I got yum yum sauce, the diet version, the light version. I was gonna make, I'm gonna make shrimp with rice. So, and then this is for the tostadas. Everything's just mixed up right now. And then just a few other random things. I got, oh, just marshalling. This stuff is so good. This, what is it? Minute. I'm gonna see if they have a bigger size online because this one's kind of little. The tubes are little. So. And then whatever these are, antimicrobial cause slugs. And then a do-rag time, y'all. So, where's that other bag? There's another bag somewhere, but it's not important. But anyway, you guys, so, and then finally one of my orders that I ordered for my birthday, I got a birthday gift card to Etsy. So I ordered a few things. One of the orders came yesterday. So it's from the same lady, to go. I ordered it, like a week or two ago, and it just got here. So I don't know what's going on. She's busy or backed up or whatever. But I have another order that's coming too, but it's coming out Tuesday, they say. And, so yeah, and then I just got my favorite one, saltwater mermaid. And Tahitian, coconut natural deodorant. This smells so good. But every time I wear this, I get compliments. Like my friend the other day, she was like, "You smell good." Like right when I took off my my poncho thing or whatever that thing's called. So I was like, "Yeah, I like that." And then she gave me a sample of Tahitian coconut lotion. This stuff smells so good, right? I don't know what her secret is. Okay, so that's it. I just want everyone to stay warm tonight. It's been cold, the rain. I'm not a big fan of rain, obviously. I just get really nervous about slipping when I'm in the parking lot or the street. The paint gets slippery with the rain and all the oils from tires and everything, the grease. So being out in the rain really makes me nervous. And then the stores and stuff. I always feel like I'm gonna fall. So I gotta be like old lady status when I'm walking around. So yeah. Stay safe out there, stay warm, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Good night. Happy Sunday.